Girl, I'm literally like salivating just thinking about it. It's so good. So I don't know like what you guys are looking for in life, but this is pretty much all I want. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. So we're actually in my, I don't know, this is a kitchen, living room / everything room. And today I wanted to talk about food again. And, whoa, my hair just got big. I was thinking about maybe doing like a 4-month vegan update, talking about how I'm feeling and all that jazz. But then I was like, you know, that could be kind of boring. And I've actually had a few comments of people being like, all you talk about is vegan stuff. All you do is vlogs. And I'm just like, what? I'm honestly making videos that I personally would want to watch. I'm making videos that of stuff that I genuinely enjoy. I really don't like makeup. I can't be a beauty channel. It's just not me. That's not who I am at all. So today I thought I would talk about some of my favorite things to have in my kitchen, things that I would kind of classify as essentials. And they are all vegan, but that doesn't necessarily mean you have to be vegan to take something from this or enjoy this video. So I'm not saying that you have to be vegan to watch my videos. You don't have to be vegan. I'm not one of those people that's like very hateful towards meat eaters. No, I'm just showing you guys what I love to have in my kitchen and what I think is 10 out of 10 necessary. For those of you who don't like cooking or aren't into food like I am, I mean, maybe this can teach you something. Who knows? I don't know. But I'm going to talk about some of my essentials. I'm going to start like very basic with what I do most of my cooking with, which is coconut oil. And coconut oil is great because it's I don't know. I just know this is good for you. Olive oil isn't actually good to cook at high heats with. It's really good to make like salad dressings or to like finish a dish with, but to actually cook with, it's not the best. So if I'm going to use oil when I cook, which isn't always, I most often use vegetable broth, but for other things that I want to get like crispy, I use coconut oil, and it is better at cooking at high temperatures. So just in case you guys are wondering about what oil I use, that's the one that I prefer. God, I'm not good at filming videos anymore. Okay, I used to be so good. I could just like whip out a video and be like, oh, done, snap, crackle, pop, but I'm not good at it anymore, and I think I'm getting old or something. The next thing that also is an essential for me is apple cider vinegar. I actually didn't have this until about like 2 months into living in Boston. Apple cider vinegar is wonderful. First of all, it's fermented, and that's really good for your digestive system. If you're constipated, girl, this will help you. If you are like, you have issues with digestion, I recommend taking a shot of this diluted with a little bit of water in the morning. That way it just regulates you. I already mentioned, but olive oil, this is not the best. Olive oil is just from Trader Joe's, but honestly, like, I don't care, I'm not Italian. My only seasoning that I really like absolutely need all the time is garlic powder. I would probably recommend onion powder too, or like I should probably have that, but garlic powder is the shit. And you can put this in everything, like on everything, in everything, and it just gives it that like garlicky boost of flavor. It's just wonderful. And honestly, I love it so much. I think this is our second one living here already, which is a lot. Like, we go through a lot. Ain't no shame in our game. Another one of my favorite things to have on hand is pasta. Now, for those of you who don't know my diet, I am a vegan, but I also am allergic to gluten. So I have a little bit of a harder time finding foods that I can eat, especially when I eat at restaurants and stuff, but I always make do, and there's always salads. At the end of the day, like, if I have to, I will eat a salad. I'm not always happy about it, but you know. One of my favorite carbs is pasta, and especially recently, I don't know why, but I love this brown rice pasta from Trader Joe's. You can basically get brown rice pasta anywhere. You can get corn pasta, you can get white rice pasta, you can get quinoa pasta. They make pasta out of everything these days, even lentils. So this stuff is really good. And then I also go through a lot of oats. I use oats in mostly baking, but it's also good if you like run out of flour and you're in a pinch. You can grind it up and you make your own oat flour. So it's really multi-purpose and also good for you. High in fiber and, oh, it says right there, high in fiber. I don't really want to go into like vegetables and fruit because I go through so many vegetables and so much fruit. Like I go through so much in a week. Generally speaking, I always have bananas, whatever's like good price and in season. I try to be aware of that, and then I like to keep frozen veggies in my freezer because broccoli especially, I don't know why, but before I cook it, it always goes bad. And so I don't buy fresh broccoli because it always goes bad. So those are sort of some of my like essentials, vegetable wise and fruit wise. This is the soy sauce I use. It's called tamari because It's not actually soy sauce, but it is. It's gluten-free soy sauce. I don't know how to say this without being complicated, but this actually is delicious. It's very salty, but I like to use this in place of salt sometimes. Something that I recently discovered about a month ago, vegan cream cheese. I'm not the type of person to like really crave like dairy products because I didn't have dairy products for a while because I've been allergic for so long. So when I went vegan and started looking at like other vegan alternatives, like cream cheese, I was like, that's kind of interesting. Even when I was dairy free, I didn't have that. So I bought this vegan go veggie cream cheesy bliss kind of thing. This is the chive and garlic one, which I highly recommend. It's amazing. I was hooked. Like I could not stop eating it. It literally tastes like cream cheese. Like it just tastes like cream cheese. And even my boyfriend likes it and he's not vegan. So highly recommend this. And I don't know if I said this, but you can get it at Whole Foods. It's delicious. I like to eat my cream cheese with my favorite crackers, which are the Mary's seedy crackers. They're so good and seedy and wonderful. And then I also like to just spread it on a brown rice tortilla. These are my favorite tortillas of all time. They're from Trader Joe's. They're like almost $4 for 6 of them, which is kind of expensive for tortillas. Another thing I want to talk about is some treats that I really like to enjoy. I love kombucha. It's one of my favorite things, and I actually used to make it myself at home. But I don't do that here because, I mean, come on now, that's a whole process. But this is my favorite kombucha that you can buy. I get this at Whole Foods. It's the Teas Enlightened Organic Raw Kombucha, and this is a blueberry flavor. It is so good, you guys. It's perfectly sweetened. It's not super sweet, which is nice. And it's basically just tea that's been fermented with fruit. That's basically all kombucha is. It's really delicious. So highly recommend that. Another one of my all-time favorite treats, which I just discovered like, I don't know, a couple months ago, are these Go Max Go candy bars. These are insane. They're gluten-free and vegan, and they're actually crazy. This one's my favorite. It's the Cleo's peanut butter cups. The chocolate, okay, here's a little rant on chocolate for a second. Vegan chocolate is disgusting. Like, it just in general, like, it's gross because it just doesn't taste like chocolate. You've had chocolate before. You know what it tastes like. You're not fooling anybody by saying something's chocolate when we know it's like fucking beans. Like, it's just not good. When I try something that's vegan and chocolate, I'm like, like, I never have high hopes because it's just not normally good. So when I saw these, I was like, oh, like, I'll just give it a shot. This is actually like a milk chocolate, but it's not actually milk. And girl, I'm literally like salivating just thinking about it. It's so good. This is wonderful. Highly recommend these chocolate bars. And if you go on their website, because I've done this, because I'm like thinking every city I go to, I'm like, do they have these chocolate bars? They have a store locator on their website so you can find where you can get these, but they mostly sell them at like health food stores, like Whole Foods or any other kind of store like that. But they're so good. And the secret is that they're made with rice milk. One of my favorite all-time sweets ever is ice cream. And there are so many vegan alternatives nowadays, which is just like, thank you, Jesus, honestly, because I don't think that I could have been dairy-free for this long without these like wondrous substitutes for ice cream. This is the So Delicious cashew milk ice cream, and this is a snickerdoodle flavor. Like, everyone just stop. You really need to pay attention right now. Like, exit Facebook, exit Twitter, whatever the F you're on. Literally pay attention to me right now. This shit is insane. It literally tastes like you're eating a cinnamon bun. So I don't know like what you guys are looking for in life, but this is pretty much all I want. There's chunks of cookie in it that are gluten-free. So if you have a gluten allergy, girl, you can eat this and not die. So I know I didn't really talk about like a lot of stuff here, but I just kind of want to talk about some of like the basics and then some of my favorite treats and stuff like that. For cooking and baking, I mostly use brown rice flour. It's high in fiber, high in protein, and it's a good gluten-free alternative. And then I always have a crap ton of beans on hand. Black beans, kidney beans, lima beans, I don't care. I love beans. I put them in everything. And then tomatoes are always on hand as well, like canned tomatoes or fresh tomatoes. And with those things that I talked about, like, I can make so many meals. So that's basically everything I wanted to talk about in this video. Oh yes, I forgot to mention, I also always have tofu on hand. That's the other thing. That's like, if I'm really feeling like I need some sort of heavy, hard-hitting protein, that's what I normally choose. So that's the video for today. I hope you all enjoyed this. Leave any video requests that you have down below, and I'll see you all soon. Bye!